Next question from the one true Pascal. Why is the company based in the US and not in Canada? Did we cover this in the last one?
We didn't. I thought we did, but we hadn't.
Okay. It's a pretty
I've mentioned
simple
it on
answer,
Snapchat.
right?
What's the answer?
Well, it's most of the customers are in the US.
Yeah. So I think the first thing you do when you're trying to start a business is you try and figure out where your customers are, especially if you're an online business. So for me, it was, where's the Simply Nailogical audience? And I could look at that easily just by looking at my YouTube statistics. And over 50% of them are in the States. Around 10% are in Canada, and the other are everywhere else, but in smaller percentages
Pretty
than
evenly
10%. So they're
spread
like
out.
distributed around. So that tells me that the States would be the smartest place to make and ship out of, just purely from a logistics perspective. Because, for example, had we done it in Canada, sure, 10% of my prospective customers would benefit from it being in the country, but 90% wouldn't, and they would pay even more for shipping to go cross-border, and we would pay more and just have more complications of that. So that's just like a pretty obvious like first line of, this is just kind of, you don't have a choice. But there are other reasons as well, including finding just the best manufacturer and the best quality ingredients for what I wanted to do. And I'm not saying Canada doesn't have the ability to make nail polish. There's probably, at least distribution centers, if not some manufacturing centers that are in Canada. But for us specifically, the indie quality holographic flakes, etc. market is really big in the States. And fun fact, New Jersey, which is where our
the
warehouse
source of the
is based out of, as we've mentioned in another podcast on glitter mysteries, that Jersey kind of has like a monopoly on glitter.
Yeah, in a weird way it does, yeah. The one thing I'll add to this question is just this hasn't stopped us from, when we engaged a creative firm to help us with like branding and building the website originally for Holo Taco. Like we wanted to engage a Canadian company to do that we could go talk to in person, right? But just from an operations perspective, all signs pointed to it making sense to have in the US.
Sometimes I get this question from like trying to make me feel bad perspective. Not this one, but I've seen people be like, "What? How dare
You're
you
a proud Canadian,
not run your business out of Canada?" And I hear you, and I understand that criticism. And hey, if it made sense, I probably would have. But it didn't make sense for the majority of people who I knew were going to buy, and it didn't make sense for the development of the kind of nail polish that I wanted to make. So as a business owner, when you're starting something, these are important things you need to consider to not only have a successful business, but also have customers that are mostly happy.
Yeah, and it, as things continue and grow, there's a potential future where Holo Taco is made or distributed out of more than just one place.
Trust me, I can't wait until maybe one day we have like a Holo Taco Canada HQ.
I'm not saying there's any plan or idea.
We don't know the future, but like that would be really cool. Obviously, it's something I would be like, yes, let's do it, but only if it made sense for the company and the customers.